Good evening, good evening. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Dennis. Before we get started, you will need a resistance band in the back and one weight. If you're new to weights and strength training, grab something a little bit lighter between 10 and 16. If you're used to working out a little bit, you have some experience, grab something 20 to 25. All right, we'll get started in about a minute or two. All right. Another thing. If you have a water bottle or canteen, now would be a good time to fill it up. We will have at least two water breaks, but just so that the whole class isn't stepping outside and forming a line, just so that class can go a little bit more smoothly. Again, we'll get started in about a minute or two. What's up, Justin? What are you racing this year? Berlin. Okay, got it. You're going for BQ? No? Too much. Okay. What did you run last year? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You seem much better than last year already. Were you running with the 7-minute group now for 7:30? Nice. Okay. That's solid. That's great. Yeah, I'm just doing this, but I'll hop in some long runs maybe a little bit later on. I'm sorry? No, I'm doing a Pikes Peak Marathon in Colorado. It's 13 miles up, 13 miles down. Yeah, so we go from 6,000 feet to 14, and then. Oh, really? Yeah, we'll see. So that's at the end of September, and then I'm running Charlotte Marathon in November. Yeah. So. Yeah, but right now I'm just focused on Colorado. Yeah, that's gonna be the toughest race I've ever done. All right. All right. Can I have everyone's attention before we start? While we still have Gary, because he's gonna head out and document Tony and the hill runners over there. We're just gonna take a quick group photo so everyone looks nice and shiny and great before class. No, we're gonna look like that after class as well. But we're just gonna get together real quick, take one group photo, and then we'll get started with the mobility exercises. Okay? Yeah, you got it. We can come all over here. Kind of get together. Soccer team style. All right. All right, front and center. There's room, there's room, there's room. Oh, he didn't say anything. No name on 3. All right. No name. All right, great. So for those of you who have not been here before, my name is Dennis. I was a pacer for the last 10 years here in New York City, pacing the 3-hour group. And then in the last 3 years, I started more training, coaching runners of all paces and distances. Now I work as a therapist and a trainer at Resilience Physical Therapy on First and First. So if you ever have any questions, quick consultation of an ache or pain or an exercise that you feel you need, feel free to reach out. I believe my contact info is in the emails. You can reach out to me via email, text, or Instagram at Dynamo D. Who's here for the first time? Awesome, awesome. All right, give yourselves a hand. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. So the quick flow of events, we're gonna spend about 6-7 minutes through some mobility. Then we're gonna go through 2 isometric exercises, just get those muscles fired up. Then we're gonna go through 2 rounds of 4 different exercises, a jumping exercise, a plyometric, and then a core exercise. So we're gonna go back and forth 2 times, 2 exercises, and then we're gonna go through 4 rounds of 3 different exercises, take a water break, and then 4 rounds of 3 different exercises, okay? Each exercise is kind of with a specific injury in mind. Again, my background comes from rehab. And so I kind of put together some exercises that I think would be beneficial for someone dealing with or overcoming some of these 6 most common injuries like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, runner's knee, IT band, that sort of thing. So again, that's kind of my hope for you guys, of getting everyone here to the starting line healthy. That's first and foremost. This is a very tough activity that we're all kind of on the journey of. So who's running their first marathon? Wow, amazing. All right, nice, good job. So we can get started on our knees. We're gonna warm up the toes and the ankles, something that I think is often overlooked. Okay, we're gonna start just kneeling and sitting on the heels with the feet flat, and then coming up and then curling the toes beneath you and then sitting back. When you sit on your heels in this position, you should feel a stretch on the big toes and the sole of your foot. And we're just gonna go back and forth 10 times. Okay, so one of the things that I've noticed working in physical therapy is a lot of people have very stiff ankles and toes, especially runners, because we spend a lot of time in such heavily cushioned shoes, plated shoes, or just shoes with a ton of cushion, and that doesn't give the toes a lot of room to move around in. A lot of shoes also have narrow toe boxes, so sometimes that could create some nerve issues between the toes, or just stiffness in the Achilles. So we always like to warm up the toes and the ankles there. Okay, we're gonna get it now into a tabletop position. So the elbows are in line with the elbows and the shoulders. The hips are in line with the knee. Looking straight down, we're gonna extend the right leg, point the knee out towards the wall, and then come around, big circle, and we're gonna do 3 more. Extend the leg, rotate the knee away from the floor, bring it around. Okay, these are called hip cars. Kind of because like you're in a car, but actually it just stands for controlled articular rotation. That's just a fancy word for the ball of the femur is moving around in the hip socket in every which way. Okay, so now we can go the opposite direction. If you were going backwards, now you're coming forwards. So that means the knee is going out to the side first, then rotating, pointing towards the floor, and then coming together. Out to the side, rotate the hips so that the knee is pointing down, and bring together. And we can switch sides now. We can do the opposite leg now. We can start going backwards or forwards, up to you. Again, we'll do about 3 or 4. So if you have stiff hips, this is one of my favorite exercises to practice. If this feels a little bit too challenging for you, a small regression is you're just gonna kneel with both knees and have your hands on the wall in front of you. This is something that you can try at home, and just accentuating that big circle and then planting the foot in front of you. So if the one on all fours is kind of tough, I like this one as well. It might be a little bit easier. All right. So if you haven't changed directions, you can change directions. If you were going forwards, now we're going backwards. If you were going backwards, now you're going forwards. Okay, great. So hopefully we warmed up the hips a little bit. Now we're gonna get in a half kneeling position. That front foot is gonna be only about an inch or 2 in front of that back knee. You're gonna place the weight on right above that front knee. Okay, and then you're just gonna lunge forward. Okay, this is for the calf and the Achilles. Just spend 2-3 seconds and then rocking back and forth. Okay, we're just gonna go about 5 more times, and then we're gonna switch to the opposite leg. I typically like using a kettlebell. It's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit shorter and fatter at the bottom, so it rests a little bit more comfortably above the knee. If you don't have a weight, you can just use your hands, that's fine. Okay, now we're gonna switch sides. Okay, you can just use your hands, but personally, I typically like having a weight. If you got here a little bit late, you will need a weight and a resistance band. Quick note about the resistance bands: there are dots on the side. One dot is a little bit easier, a little bit more less resistance. 3 dots, heavy resistance. Okay, so now we're gonna switch back to that previous position. And then you're gonna have that front knee a little bit more diagonal. You're gonna hold the weight horizontally, and then you're just gonna lunge forward towards that front knee. Okay, you should feel this on the inner thighs. And again, we're just gonna rock back and forth. You might need to adjust and have that front leg a little bit farther in front. Just slowly rocking back and forth. Okay, we'll just go one more time and then we'll switch sides. I'm just gonna grab a weight for future demonstrations. All right. If you don't feel it, that stretch in the hips, what you're gonna do is, I'm just gonna use you as an example. You're gonna move that foot towards that the opposite side. Okay. So if you pick up this foot and move it that way, try it again. Do you feel that a little bit differently? Yeah. All right. So if you didn't see that back foot, okay, if you don't really feel this stretch, you're gonna point that foot towards that leg, and then you're gonna go again, and then you'll feel it a little bit more. Okay, so if you haven't already switched sides, you can switch sides. All right, did everyone switch sides already? All right, great. So now we're gonna get in downward dog cobra. So cobra on your stomach, looking up. I like to look over one shoulder, look over your right shoulder, try and find your left heel. Look over your left shoulder, try and find your right heel. And then we'll do a downward dog. We'll just do 5 of these. A little flow. Come up, look over one shoulder. Look over the other shoulder. Downward dog. Okay, we'll just do 2 more. Okay, nice, deep. No labored breathing, relax. Don't hold your breath. Okay, well, all right. I think everyone's just about done there. Now we're gonna get in, again, a deep lunge. That back knee can start on the floor. You're gonna plant one hand inside of that front foot. Okay, you're gonna pick up the back knee and then rotate the chest towards that front leg, reach for the ceiling, and then lower that shoulder inside of that front leg and look away. And we'll just go back and forth 4 more times on each side. Try your best to exhale as you rotate towards that front leg. So don't hold your breath as you're turning towards that front leg. Exhale, nice and controlled. Okay, we can switch sides now. If you like this stretch and want to remember to do it at home later, it's called the world's greatest stretch. I didn't come up with it, but you just type that into Google anywhere and you'll see this exact move. All right, from here, we're gonna get into that tabletop position again, and we're gonna get into our first bird dog. So from a tabletop position, you're gonna extend right arm, left leg for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hold this for 20 seconds. You're looking straight down, straight line from the right arm to the left heel. You're reaching for the back room with your heel, not your toe. So you should not be pointing the toe behind you. Reaching back with the heel. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, opposite side. If you're a little shaky, that's okay. It's just something that you can work on, something you can practice. Okay, you should feel this in the shoulder, the glutes and the hamstrings, maybe a little bit in the core as well. Okay, try and straighten the knee fully and lower the leg or the arm should not be above the spine. So it's a straight line, not reaching higher than the spine. And time. From here, you're gonna put on the resistance band above the knees. You're gonna lie on your side with the knees bent. Okay, we're just gonna do one round of these. This is a side plank, clamshell hold. You're gonna keep that elbow close to you. You're gonna pick up the hips and then raise that top knee. And we're just gonna hold this position for 25 seconds, starting now. Okay, that bottom knee is on the floor. The hips are up. And you're looking at the wall in front of you, not down at the floor or up at the ceiling for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, opposite side. Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1. You should feel this on the obliques of the side that's closest to the floor, as well as both hips. The lower hip is working to stabilize, and then that top hip is pushing against the band. Okay, breathe. And 3, 2, 1, and time. If you felt a little burn, don't be alarmed, that's good. All right, you can take off the band and leave it off to the side. We're gonna start our first superset of a core and jumping exercise. So if you're feeling sleepy, don't worry, you're gonna wake up in just a second. We're gonna do 30 seconds, broad jump. So you're gonna start at one end of the mat and obviously jump no farther. Don't jump off of the mat, jump as far as you can within the confines of the mat. So just like this, turn around. Okay, we're gonna go for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. If something feels weird, uncomfortable, hurts, this would be a good time to find out where you feel it, what you're feeling, and then you can start to just find out why you're feeling it. Okay, and one more jump, and then we're gonna get back down onto the mat in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get down onto the mat, and we're gonna do some Russian twists for 30 seconds. Hopefully you didn't grab too heavy a weight. In 3, 2, 1, go. You can hold it horizontally or vertically. I like to always touch the weight to the floor so that ensures full rotation of the trunk. Okay, halfway there. If it's too hard to do it with the feet up in the air, you can gently rest your heels on the floor. That'll make it a little bit easier for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Now we're up, back up. Second round of broad jumps. We just got one more of each exercise, and then we're gonna switch exercises. In 3, 2, 1, go. Broad jump. Okay, obviously just as far as the mat. Be careful for the weights. Make sure they're not on the mat. Make sure you're balanced. Okay, the feet are a little bit shoulder width apart, not too close together. Okay, we're just gonna go for 5 more seconds. Breathe, 3, 2, 1, time. Round 2 of the Russian twist. Okay, these little supersets, I think, are the toughest part of class. Don't worry. 3, 2, 1, Russian twist. right. Remember, if it's too hard to keep the legs up in the air, you can rest your heels on the mat. We're just gonna go for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, no more broad jumps. Instead, we have, if you've been to my class before, you've probably done this. We're gonna get in a static lunge position. Okay, the trunk is upright, and then that front foot is gonna come off of the ground very fast, like the floor is very hot. We're gonna stay in this static lunge position, and that front foot is coming off of the floor. That back foot stays planted. We're just gonna do 10 seconds because you're gonna feel the burn in the quads and the calves. Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. As fast as possible. Halfway there. And time. Did anyone not feel that burn? No? All right, then we'll do 15 seconds on the next one, okay? All right, other side. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, the trunk is upright. Really exploding through that front ankle. 2, 1, time. Woo! All right, we're gonna get back down to the mat. We're gonna take a water break right after we finish 2 rounds of these 2 exercises. So right after this core exercise, we got 1 more of each, then we'll take a quick water break. You're gonna lie on your back. You're gonna hold the weight with elbows straight, knees are bent. You're gonna straighten 1 knee at a time, just tapping the heel to the floor. And we're gonna go for 30 seconds, starting now. If this feels easy for you, you're just gonna keep the knees straight the whole time, and then 1 goes up at a time with the knees straight. That's gonna make it a little bit more challenging. All right, see a few people going for that harder variation. Nice. And time. All right, we got 1 more round of each, and then we'll take a very brief water break. How we doing? Good? All right, we're just doing 10 seconds. All right? Static lunge, so that back knee is close to the floor. The lower you are, the harder it is. So if that was too challenging, just come up a little bit higher. If that wasn't challenging enough, get a little bit lower. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. And time. Woo! All right, other side in 3, 2, 1, go. 3, time. Ugh. All right, back down to the mat. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Supine heel taps, or I don't know what other name you guys call these. Dead bugs, there you go. I got the therapy name. Supine heel taps. All right, halfway there. We're gonna take a water break in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're gonna take like a 45 to 60-second water break, just in case you need to grab some water from outside. We'll be quick. We don't want to lose this pump. The front. Yeah, this is just like a kickstand stabilized. This stays there, and then just yeah. Yeah. You do this exercise, you're gonna get fast. You're gonna be faster than me. Yes. All right. First exercise. I believe we did this on day 1. If anyone was here on day 1, We'll actually start without the weight, just in case. If it feels easy, then we can add the weight. We're gonna stand on one leg. You're gonna rotate away from that front leg and then come back. Looks very simple. Just like that, you're gonna keep that leg up in the air. We're gonna go for 20 seconds on each side, starting now. Pick your favorite foot, the right or the left. You're just gonna rotate away and come right back. If you press down with your big toe, you will notice it will be easier to stay balanced. Okay, you anchor that big toe to the floor. One of my favorite exercises for that post tib, if anyone's ever had a pain in the inside of their arch or ankle, up the calf, this is a great exercise. Now we're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Now I see one person grab the weight. If this feels easy for you, you're welcome to hold the weight with both hands in front of you. But don't worry, we're gonna do this 3 more times. If it feels easy, another way to increase the difficulty is just by speeding it up a little bit. All right, and time. Next exercise. It's gonna be a lot smoother this second round. So this first round, we're just gonna go through them together. Curtsy squat, 1 foot behind, lower that back knee. You stay facing forward, okay? So since the mats are sideways, it's probably best to face either side. You're gonna step behind and then lower. You should feel a stretch in that front glute, the glute of that front leg. That's where you should feel it, and you should try and keep the trunk upright as best as possible. Everyone started and go. We're just gonna go for 20 more seconds. Let's do the same side. So we're gonna do 25 seconds on one side, then we'll do 25 seconds on the opposite side. So we're gonna stay doing the same side just for 10 more seconds, and then we'll do the opposite side. Okay, you're just gonna lower that back knee as low as possible, keeping the hips facing the same wall. And switch sides now. Okay. Once we get through this third exercise of the circuit, the next 3 rounds, we're gonna go by pretty quick. Okay, just 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, last exercise. You're gonna hold the weight in your right hand, right foot forward, left foot back in that static lunge. Don't worry, no more hopping, but you are just gonna raise that front heel as high as possible. Okay, so for the people that maybe can't see me over there, I'm gonna hold the dumbbell on that front side, and then you're just gonna raise the heel as high as possible. People have already started, so we're just gonna go for 15 more seconds. Again, with this one, just like the last one, the lower you are, the harder it's gonna be. So if this is too challenging to raise that heel high, just start up a little bit higher, and then raise that front heel as high as possible, just for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now switching sides. 3, 2, 1. Go. All right. Try and keep the chest up. Don't lean forward. Trunk is upright. Push through the big toe so that the knee goes forward and not off to the side. It's got 5 more seconds. Okay, everyone's looking good. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, that's 1 round. We got 3 more to go. Then we'll take another water break before we get into the next 3 and the last 3. Okay. If that first exercise felt a little bit easy, you can hold the weight horizontally or vertically, rotate away from that standing leg, and come back. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 25 seconds. Okay, again, you don't need the weight. only if it felt a little bit too easy. But personally, I like speeding it up versus holding a weight to make it more difficult. Okay, yeah. Anchor that big toe, think big toe. All right, switching sides now. 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, you're not just moving the hip, you're moving the belly button. All right. One of my favorite exercises for anyone dealing with any type of foot, toe, ankle problem. Very good for balance. Okay, especially working the inner part of the foot. Okay, and time. Curtsy squats next. 3, 2, 1. Same side. Okay, you can hold it horizontally, vertically, whatever feels more comfortable. If this feels a little bit easy for you, just hold the weight a little bit farther in front of you. Then you're gonna start using those core muscles and maybe even a little bit those biceps. Okay, so the closer you hold the weight to you, the easier it's gonna be. The farther away you hold it, the more challenging it's gonna be on that core. Now we're gonna switch sides. Okay, hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a stretch in that front glute each time you do this. Okay, every week I always have some sort of squat variation, whether it's a goblet squat, a lateral squat. These are the curtsies, one of my favorites. Okay, and time. Moving on to the last one, the static lunge heel raise, holding the weight in that front, right next to that front leg, and then raising that front heel as high as possible, just for 15 more seconds. Okay, with that opposite hand, you can either place it on your hips or just have the arm out to the side, whichever helps you balance better. Again, pushing through that big toe for 3 more seconds. 2, 1, time and switch. Other foot. 3, 2, 1. Just 25 seconds. Again, the lower you are, the more challenging it is. Keep that trunk upright. Don't lean forward. Stay balanced. Okay, more than halfway there with this round 2. Breathe. 5, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, we'll take a 5-second rest. Catch your breath, catch your breath. Take a sip of water. Okay, we'll take 10 seconds here. Just a quick sip. We got 2 more rounds and then we'll take a slightly longer water break. All right. Starting with the single leg stand with a twist. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, again, slower is easier. Faster is harder. All right. Moving from the belly button. So you're looking at me and then you're looking at the wall. Looking at me, looking at the wall. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. Okay, sometimes I like to do this holding a medicine ball. If you have a medicine ball at your gym and want to make it a little bit more challenging, or you hold a light weight up overhead, you can also do it like that. Another way to challenge that core at the same time. Okay, just 5 more seconds and then we'll do the curtsies. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. Switching exercises, excuse me. Curtsies in 3, 2, 1, go. Trying to touch that knee to the mat. If you can't, that's okay. Just even if it stops a little bit shy of the mat, just get as low as you can comfortably. Bless you. Switching sides now, other side. Okay, you should feel that stretch in that front glute, keeping the chest up, looking straight ahead. Okay, front foot is flat. Back heel is up. And time. Last one, the static lunge heel raises. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. And the almost end of round 3. Okay, everyone's looking real good. Excellent. Breathe. Just 5 more seconds. Pushing through the big toe, big toe. Switching sides now. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to take another 5, 10 seconds right after this one. Catch your breath before this last rep. All right, 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, we're going to take a 5 or 10 second rest. Another sip before this last round. And then we'll take a 60-second break right after this one, okay? So just another 5 seconds. We'll get into this last round and we'll take a 60-ish second rest break, all right? Starting from the top in 3, 2, 1, go. Single leg stand, twist. Hopefully it's gotten a little bit easier each round. The first time you do this is a little bit unsteady. It's not something we probably practice very often. But once you make that connection of pushing down onto the floor with that big toe, that's going to help a lot with staying steady. Okay, switching sides now. All right. Again, the faster you do it, the harder it is. All right. Picking up the weight for the curtsies. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're gonna take about 60 to 90 seconds right after this. If you need to refill your water bottle or canteen. Now there's not the best ventilation in here. Okay. All right, switching sides now. 3, 2, 1. Ten more seconds. And time. Catch your breath. Last round of the static lunge heel raises. All right, in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. For anyone dealing with any type of Achilles injury, I really like this exercise. Really, you should feel a little bit of a stretch in that back Achilles, and then that front calf is working very hard. Okay, switching sides now. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, right after this rep, we're gonna get some water for about a 60-second, 90 seconds, and then we'll get into the last circuit of 3 exercises, okay? All right, 5 more seconds here. Breathe, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna take about a 60 to 90-second rest break. Let them know you're okay. You're surviving. You're surviving. I'm gonna make it home. How you doing? Oh yeah. Okay. You were able to do the hops. Okay. I'm surprised the hops didn't bother you, but the cursies did. Interesting. I mean, on this front one or the back one? I do these toe sits every day. Every day, I wiggle them around. I do my toe yoga. I spread them out. It hasn't done it in a while. It'll get used to it. Yeah, a little bit of rolling the lacrosse ball might help too. Yeah, okay. That I think would be beneficial. Yeah. All right, how's everyone doing? You good? All right. Next three exercises. Starting with the kickstand RDL. So I'm going to turn my body so that you guys see my profile. You're going to have 1 foot in front, foot flat, and then 1 foot behind. You're going to hold the weight in the same side as the back leg. And then from here, you're going to hinge at the hip. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades and then bringing your chest almost to your knee. And then just until you feel a stretch in the hamstring of that front leg, and then right back. Okay, so you're not trying to touch the ground. That can put some unwanted pressure on the lower back. We don't want that. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades so that arm stays close to you. And then you're just bringing your chest forward until you feel a stretch in that back leg. All right, we're going to start this first round, 25 seconds. I'm going to be walking around just in case anyone needs help, because slightly bent that. Yeah. All right, ready? In 3, 2, 1. If you don't feel this exercise or you feel it in your low back, let me know. Either make eye contact with me or just raise your hand. Okay, again, squeeze those shoulder blades so that the shoulders aren't rounded. Okay, not like this. Okay, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then we're going like this. In this position, I can already feel this front hamstring, even without weight. Okay, and now switching sides. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Nice. All right, excellent. You're just going as far as you can until you feel that stretch in that hamstring. Okay, slight bend in that front leg. We're gonna go for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. We're gonna get down onto the mat. You're gonna place the band above the knees. And then you're gonna hold the weight. All right. You're gonna lie on your back. You're gonna point the toes up so that only your heels are touching, and you can rest the weight on your hips wherever is comfortable. And then from here, you're gonna push against the band, and then lift your hips as high as you can. Hold for 3 seconds, and then come right back. Okay, we're gonna go for 25 seconds, starting now. Okay, so the feet should be about hip width apart, so not close together. Separate those feet a little bit, and then you're pushing against the band. So the knees are pushing out, and then you're squeezing your glutes to pick up the hips as high as you can, and then hold for 3 seconds before coming back down. For 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, place that weight off to the side. You can take the band off as well. We're gonna go push-ups, 25 seconds. Doesn't have to be, you can be on your knees. Okay, no shade here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, So easier and harder. Knees obviously going to be a little bit easier. If that's too easy, then just do more on your knees. Okay? So if they're easy, you're just going to bang out 10 more seconds. Just 10 more seconds. That's all. 3, 2, 1, and time. He's like, finally, I got this one. I know this one. All right. Back to the top. Kickstand RDL. Did anyone struggle with that one? Anyone need a little bit more? Okay. So I'm going there first. All right. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to go for 25 seconds. Okay. Keep this back foot flat. Yeah. Yep. Yep. There, you feel the stretch there? Yep. Okay, keep going. Yeah, you just gotta go a little lower. Yeah, and then there. Now, do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. You got it. Okay, remember, no rounding of the spine of the shoulder, switching legs now. 3, 2, 1. Okay. You might see these called kickstand RDLs or B stance RDLs. All right. Just 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, onto the mat. Put the band on. Line your back. Hold the weight on your hips. Point the toes up. And then pick up the hips as high as possible and hold for 3 seconds. Starting now. Go. Okay, toes pointed up, toes pointed up. Okay, so you toes pointed up, not out to the sides. Feet should be about shoulder width apart. Okay, so there's constant tension on the band. If the ankles are close together, there's not going to be much tension on the band, and I want there to be tension the whole way throughout. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, all the guys' favorite part, push-ups. Okay. Again, either knees or knees off, faster or slower. A few ways you can play around with it. And go. We're going for 25 seconds starting now. Okay, just going for time. Okay, we just have 10 more seconds here. Everyone's looking good. 5, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, let's take a quick 10, 15 second rest break. That was the second round. We got 2 more rounds. I'm positive. 2 more rounds, 2 more rounds. 6 exercises. That's it. We're almost there. All right. Kickstand RDLs. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I like holding it in the opposite side of that front leg. Okay, again, always squeezing the shoulder blades. You're bringing the chest forward and back. Chest forward and back. No rounding of the spine of the shoulders. And then you're just looking straight. Okay, not looking down and not looking up. I'm just looking straight ahead. We don't want any back or neck issues. You should be feeling this strictly in the hamstrings. We're switching sides now. All right. Just 25 seconds here. Excellent. Okay. So we're not going forward and back. It's lowering. Okay. Back down to the mat. We have the banded heel bridges. If you're trying to target the hamstrings, if you have a hamstring strain or some sort of discomfort, you have weak hips. If you have the feet farther away from you, you're gonna feel them more in your hamstrings. If you have the heels closer to you, more glutes, okay? Just keep that in mind. In 3, 2, 1, if you're trying to target the hamstrings, have the feet slightly farther away from you. Again, toes pointed up, hips as high as possible, and then hold for 3 seconds. High as possible, as high as possible. Okay, feet are shoulder width apart, no ankles together. That way there's constant tension on the bands. Okay, just 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. Right. Almost there, almost there. Okay, 25 seconds of push-ups in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you can go fast, you can go slow, you can go on your knees. You can do diamonds, you can do wide. No, but your hands ideally should be right by the armpits. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we'll take another 10, 15-second water break here. Then we got one more round, and then we'll start our cool down. All right. All right, we're gonna get started this last round in 5 seconds here. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, squeeze that shoulder blades. Just bending at the hips. Okay. 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 Oh, speed run? Well, the heel bridges, those I like with the legs out. And what I like is from that heel bridge position, switching legs now is going alternating. Yeah. My family's from Bogota and Cartagena. Yeah, Bogota. Nice. All right, down to the mat, band above the knees, weight on the hip. Yeah, I like starting with isometrics, trying to hold it for 20, 30 seconds. Once that feels easy, then you could do one leg at a time. All right, you got it. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, get those hips as high as possible. Should be a straight line from your hip to your knee. So no crease in that hip. And then you hold it for 3 seconds at the top. Okay, toes up, toes up. With the toes up, you feel it more in the hamstrings, and you also might feel a little bit on the shins, the forgotten muscle group, those shin muscles, so we don't get shin splints. All right, and time. Last round of push-ups. That's right, what he said. You heard the man. Let's get it. Last exercise of the night. In 3, 2, 1, go. 25 seconds. And if you've been here before, you know I like to end each class with 3 minutes of meditation or just deep breathing. Okay. So right after, we got 8 more seconds. We're gonna put the bands and the weights away, and then we're gonna get in a very comfortable position. And time. All right. So that's it for the exercises today. Great job. Amazing. We are not done yet. So we can place all the weights and the resistance bands over there. You're gonna come back to your mat, and you can either sit crisscross applesauce, you can lie on your back, you can lie on your side. Some people like to have their mat up against the wall and lie on their back with their legs up against the ceiling. We're gonna play some meditative music, and just for 3 minutes, we're just gonna relax, deep breathing. We're gonna relax the shoulders. Kind of de-stress a little bit, start the recovery process from tonight's workout and the previous day's runs. All right. Okay, we're gonna get started in about 30 seconds. Just gonna wait for a few more people to get back to their mats. I invite you to close your eyes. You can end the workout on your watch if you have that, so we're not hearing any beeps during these 3 minutes. All right. It's just 3 minutes long. that concludes our class for this evening. Thank you all for coming. I hope you guys learned something, took something away, maybe know what you need to work on, what's weak, if left is different from right in any exercise, any range of motion of any body part, ankle, hip, or knee. That'll give you an idea of something that you need to work on so that we stay injury free. Again, if you have any questions at any point, either tonight or moving forward for the next 13 weeks, I think it is, feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, have a great night. Great job, everyone. I believe there are wipes in the back. If you could please just wipe down your mat and put it away.